That's interesting. That's really
Alright, and we're live.
Okay.
Go ahead and start.
Good evening and welcome. Boy, that clock. I think we didn't reset it. Welcome to the November Board of Selectmen's meeting. With that said, for those of you in the audience, two of you, the stairway which we all came down leads out to the rear parking lot. The hallway down the back leads out to the stairway that brings you out by the fire department. There should be enough space for all. Please rise for the pledge and then introductions. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'll start on my left with introductions, please.
Mitch Goldblatt.
No.
Oh,
Judy Williams, good evening.
Good evening, John Carangelo.
okay, very good. Selectman Novicki is not here this evening. She was not feeling well. And Selectman Okenquist is not here tonight, also not feeling well. And Selectman Carangelo got over it, as did I get over it. So I think there was germ warfare at the polls on a week ago. I don't know. It seemed very strange, but a lot of sinus infections and crummy throats out there they were treating. So with that said, anything at the table?
Under public participation.
That's where we are.
And you just mentioned that she's not here, but I just wanted to publicly thank Margaret Novicki for her 2 years on the board as a member, with up until tonight, an excellent attendance record. Also kept us very much apprised of everything going on during COVID, especially with her participation in the emergency management, but also always doing her homework, coming here and thinking thoughtfully before voting, and some good discussion. And I will miss her on this board and want to welcome Connor Dean to the board next meeting, but also want to just basically thank Margaret for her service.
Okay. Either of you two? If not, I have a few announcements here. First, awful lot of passings, unfortunately. But most recently, Denise Murdo passed away after a very lengthy battle with cancer. Denise was instrumental in so many things. I met Denise probably before the playground, the first playground that was out back here, the Leathers playground, the wood playground, but she was involved with that. She was with the fair. She was a realtor. She just was, she was on, I think she might have been on one of the school boards at one point, but she was a never-ending energy. I think she did. So, yeah. But so to her family, our condolences. And Jim Morena actually lives in Woodbridge, but he's a member of our Legion and has been a member of the Memorial Day Parade Committee, the Veterans Committee, the Care of Graves Committee. Shut that off, sorry. Lauren, they say there's no audio on our meeting.
Oh, after all, I start all over again.
YouTube?
They say, I don't know, the lady just dinged me and says there's no audio.
Okay, alright, I'll check that out.
Okay. Good thing about texting, I guess. But Jim Morena has passed. Today, Robbie Plaskowitz was laid to rest. He helped with so many different committees and events and machinery and the fair. He was instrumental in doing so many things. He was an outstanding Amity athlete, tough kid, but a very, very good and helpful person. And he was laid to rest down in Orange Center Cemetery this afternoon. Carmela Dudley, Cliff Dudley's mother, passed away, 94 years old, I think she was. The list just goes on and on of residents of age and other illnesses that are passing. But our thoughts are with all of those families. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. The American Legion Post 127 will be having the Veterans Day ceremony at 11 a.m. at the flagpole at the Veterans Walk at High Plains Community Center. Remember, 11, 11, 11. All are welcome to attend that. It's a yearly event that's put on by the American Legion Post, and it's very important. And even if you're not a veteran, please come out and support those veterans that are there. They all truly appreciate it. So that is at 11 o'clock tomorrow at High Plains Community Center. Let's see. Wednesday, November 17th, Coffee with a Cop at Starbucks at the Post, down at the Post Road, down by the corner of Peck Lane. That's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're having a holiday market at the Pavilion on Thursday, November 18th from 3:30 to 6:30. Thursday, November 25th is Thanksgiving Day. Town offices and the transfer station will be closed on Thanksgiving Day. The transfer station is open, however, on Friday. Friday, November 26th, which is the day after Thanksgiving, town offices are closed, but as I already said, the transfer station is open 8:30 to 4:30. Recycling schedule for the week of November 22nd. Tuesday and Wednesday are the same, but due to the holiday, recycling pickup for Thursday is on Friday and Friday is on Saturday. Make sure your bins are out by 6 a.m. As a side note on that particular issue, it's not recycling, but I have been contacting other garbage companies, refuse companies that do house-to-house pickup, private haulers that people might have the opportunity to have their services provided by, because years ago there were half a dozen companies that picked up trash at the end of your driveway, and they've all either retired or sold out over time, and we're down to one. And so people have been calling in about it, and also we're trying to see if there's any other vendors out there that would be interested. So far, no luck, but there's a couple that said they would look into it.
Is the one able to handle all those that want to?
Oh, yeah, but they raised their rates. They went from, like, with the cost of minimum wage, labor, fuel, all these things, they went from approximately $80 to $120. And in talking to both Mr. Borelli and Browett at the high school in the last couple of weeks, they both have much less pay. Chris Borelli told me he paid $360 for the entire year in Guilford. So, and Liam Browett up in Woodbury pays $75 a quarter. So considerably less than here, but trying to find a vendor that'll come here is challenging. So Sunday, December 5th is the holiday tree lighting ceremony. It begins in the afternoon about 3 o'clock. The tractor parade is going to be a little bit different this year, but that usually comes down the road about 4:30, and then Santa Claus follows that. But this year the tractors are going to be meeting up at Wolf Park. Then they'll come up Ridge Road, Meeting House Lane, in front of the church, down Orange Center Road to the fairgrounds, and then they'll be all spread out at the fairgrounds down there. And I think Park and Rec did like hot chocolate and stuff down there. I haven't heard yet if they're going to, but we changed it up a little because there was a traffic jam at the south end of the green with those still coming up and the others that needed to make the return route. So we're going to try it that way this year, so it should be great fun. To those that don't know it, it's been out there and posted, but the swearing in of the newly elected officials will take place on Friday the 12th at High Plains Community Center at 4 p.m. and all are welcome to attend. And I hope most all of the people who were successful in the election attend. But that's Friday the 12th at 4 o'clock at High Plains Community Center. The Lions Club Thanksgiving dinner is Sunday, November 28th, the Sunday after actual Thanksgiving, and you need to call the community services department for reservations, or they are doing delivery too to some homebound, so that there are two options there, but they have a lot of people signed up already. So it's very important that if you're interested in that you contact the Community Services Office and get on the list. Also, I will say this tomorrow, but while I'm on TV, the town clerk has reminded me to tell people that you can go on the town website to the town clerk's page, and there's a lot of information available to our veterans there. The town clerk is the liaison for veterans benefits for residents of the town. And being with Veterans Day, more in tune with it, and I will repeat that message again tomorrow at the ceremony, but we needed to remind people that the town is connected to that, and the town clerk is our veteran representative on that. Okay. Do either of you have any announcements in the audience that you would like to say? I knew you would, Tom. I knew you couldn't. You were chomping at the bit.
Tom Paisano, 523 Fairway Road, President of Orange Soccer. Just some thanking for the board for the repair at the Fred Wolf Park fence. That will be great. We'll return to using those fields. But a quick announcement, we are going to have an award ceremony at the gazebo this Sunday at 10:30. We have like 300 little ones that will be going through, getting their awards. Somebody reminded me at the speaker a couple of weeks ago that was important to them. So we'll be doing that also. And if anyone else is interested, we are working with Park and Rec, and I thank them for their season of soccer with everything that was done at Fred Wolf Park and at Mariel Tracy. Park and Rec did a great job. I'm working with them, for anyone interested, the fourth Wednesday of every month at 7:30. The Park and Rec Department does have meetings here, Town Hall basement. We'll be meeting, we're talking about additional transformations at Fred Wolf Park. I want to propose a thing called Phase 6, if we look at the master plan, and that would be a 2 to 3 year project. But thank you, and anyone's interested, feel free to call me, Tom Paisano, 203-609-1392. That's my cell, 24/7. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay. Connor didn't have anything, okay. All right, and thank you, everybody. I appreciate being re-elected last week. I thank you, and I'm honored with your confidence. All right, minutes. To consider and act upon the minutes of the October 13th regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Are there any errors, omissions, or corrections? If so, state page and paragraph.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. To consider and act upon minutes of the October 19th special meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Any errors, omissions, or corrections to those? If none, is there a motion?
What's the special meeting? That's
That you have doubles of it, really.
There's two, right? Okay, I'm sorry.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, unanimous. Item number 3 on that is to consider and act upon the minutes of the November 3rd special meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Were there any errors, omissions, or corrections to that page? If none, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, they are, Racebrook is meeting on it tomorrow night, and I thought it was going to be tonight, but it's tomorrow night, and then that will be finalized. Under new business, to consider and act on a request to approve the tax refunds totaling $54,631.37.
So moved.
I'll second that question, Jim.
Go ahead.
Usually I have questions on the tax refund, but it's such a large amount, a huge part of that's Home Depot.
Yeah, qu'est-ce que
Was
c'est?
that based on an appeal, or is that
It was a double payment.
the double payment?
Ah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My question, for those that didn't hear, my question had to do with the tax refunds. There's a large payment to Home Depot, and Ann has just clarified it was due to a double payment. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, we also noticed that, and we're like, what the heck? But, yeah, I actually have a question on the top person there, and I'm going to try to find out a little bit more on that one. That person has been a little bit of a challenge to departments of the town. Number 2, to consider an act on request to conduct a public hearing during the Board of Selectmen meeting scheduled for December 8th regarding the fee increases for the building department. What you're doing is just making motion to send that to public hearing at the December meeting.
Jim, my only question is, before we move on that, usually we have whatever it is.
They haven't provided it to us yet. You'll be getting it electronically.
All right, we're gonna just go to public hearing without having it first to look at, to even discuss?
Yeah,
We'll discuss
because,
the public hearing?
because then you can discuss it at the public hearing.
All right.
And they'll,
Same for, excuse me, item 2 and 3, building and
Same
fire
thing.
marshal?
yeah, they're working in symphony there, the two of them evidently. And I said, well, John was pretty adamant that we wanted these handled, and they've kind of put it off. Timmy Smith was handling the fire marshal one, and then unfortunately he passed away, so that just stopped for quite a while. And then Lucian had talked about the building department and had comparables with other communities, and then that stalled because they were so busy with COVID deals and everything else, how they were working on stuff. So they both came to see us, and I said, well, tell me what you want to put, we'll put it on the agenda, and you're going to move to public hearing in December on that. So you will receive it electronically probably next week. With the holiday and all, it won't be this week.
That's fine, just that without us looking at it first, hopefully there's not any major questions that make
They're going to be
concern.
here.
Okay.
They're going to be here. Both offices are told they have to be here to represent their requests.
And they'll have backup from other towns and,
Yes.
okay, all right.
Yep, that'll probably be provided to you electronically.
Even better, but,
And then if you have questions ahead of time, call them up, you know, really. So the third one is to, do we vote on that?
No, we didn't.
All
So,
in favor?
Motion to, yeah, we needed a motion.
Okay,
Seconded.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Point
Vote.
of order, though, if I may.
Yep.
I believe on the tax refund, it was seconded by Selectman Goldblatt.
Yeah.
I don't believe we actually
I thought I asked and we went all in
I
favor.
apologize.
Well, I don't remember,
I don't recall.
All in favor?
Sorry, I just wanted to.
It's all right, it's just in case.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on number 2 of new business. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Number 3. That we did. Number 3, to consider an act on request to conduct public hearing during the Board of Selectmen meeting scheduled for December 8th regarding fee increases fire marshal's department. Motion to move that to public hearing at the
Second.
December 8th meeting. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained, unanimous. Okay, pension board.
the pension board will be meeting next Thursday, the 18th. I have a report for you in December on that.
Okay, emergency management is at a standstill at the moment. I can't say, the one good thing, we've had repeated 0 exposures and cases through the Amity system too. It's been 0 weekly, we get it every Friday, and so that's going pretty well. We pick up a few here in town, but
But the schools have been 0.
schools are doing very, very well, yes. Yeah. Capital planning, I know have they sent their stuff out yet?
Yes, I got one back. so far.
Okay, so Ralph has started working on that. So with that said, I've brought everything up that we have for tonight, and Friday is the swearing-in day. Is there anything else that wants to come before this board? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn at 7, well, Tom turned it, I'm hoping it's 7:20.
So moved.
All in favor? We're adjourned.